What's up, YouTubers? It's Virtuoso Gamers tuning in. In this video today, I am going to be showing you how to lube halo clear switches. So what you're going to need is a keycap puller, which is this little thing right here. And you're also going to need a switch puller and a thin paintbrush. I will drop links to all the products that I am using in this video below. And then you are going to need a lubricant of some sort, and I definitely recommend this one from Divinikey. It's the Krytox 205G0 lubricant, which is a widely used lubricant in the keyboard community. And then you don't need this thing. I didn't use it when I lubed these switches, but it does make your life easier. This actually just came in the mail. I think it's called a jewelry prong, but in this sense it's a stem holder. So yeah, that's not mandatory. And then of course we have our keycap. This is what's going to disassemble our keycap, so we can get into it. Alright, so now let's get to the actual process of doing this. So the first step, you want to unplug your USB cable. Then you get your switch puller, and there's going to be two little inserts on these switches. You want to put them both in there and use a little bit of force, squeeze it really hard. And another word of advice is be careful when you are inserting these back in, because you do not want to bend these prongs. Yeah, so be very careful when you're doing that. And if you do bend them, you can morph them back into shape. Okay, so this is the part where I got confused on. So I ordered one of these switch openers. It's really nice. I'll drop a link below. It's actually magnetic. So halo clear switches. So there's gonna be one switch opener, and it has all these prongs on it. There's like 6 prongs intruding from the bottom. The one that you're gonna make sure you want to get a switch opener that has these 2 prongs. Going to want to put it on top of the switch opener like so. So the side where these 2 clips are. And then the force from that will open the switch. Alright, so then we're gonna open this switch. So we just put some pressure on it, and then it comes off. Okay, and then it pops off just like that. And then now I will go over all the components. Alrighty, so we're going to have this, which is the bottom housing. I'm not sure what the exact term is called, but that's what I'm going to reference to it. It has this little copper bronze type thing on it. So we're going to lube that first, and then we are going to lube the spring, and then we are going to lube the white piece, and then reassemble it. So I'll show you how I lube it. So we're going to get our Krytox lube, grab the bottom part, and there's going to be these 2 rail. Let me see if the camera can see it. So there's going to be one sticking up right here, and then one sticking up on the other side. So that's where the friction is, and we are going to grab And less is always better with this. And then you brush the sides like this. And then this little bronze part, just get the little two surfaces that are sticking out closest to these the things that we previously lubed, and just brush the remainder on there. And then we're good to go for that. And I like to swirl a little around in the bottom. And then we are going to lube the stem, and we want to be more generous here. And we're gonna not want to get the whole stem. We're just gonna want to get the part where it's coiled up the biggest, and go around in a circular motion. And don't be shy on this part. The coil is very important to lube thoroughly. And then we're gonna put that on here. Make sure that it's all the way in. And then you repeat and do the same thing to the top part. Okay, now we have our coil all lubed. So now we are going to want to grab this white part. And with the white, you want to be careful, not too much on this. So just dab a little on every side. Make sure to get all the edges. I like to just use the remainder of what I used on the coil instead of dipping it again, because if you lube this part too much, it can become a linear switch. And then just do a little bit at the bottom and brush the top. And then we stick this back into the coil. And then the part with the two legs is going to go facing the copper. And then we got it lubed up. And then we get our top housing. And where the writing is, put that towards where the copper is. And click back on it. Make sure it's secured tightly. And we have a lubed switch. Okay, now that our switch is lubed up, we just repeat the process for all your switches. And what I did when I was lubing these is I just put one in like this. Like sometimes the side will be poking out a little, so you want to push the sides together. Okay, let me put our keycap back on, and we'll test this. And then if we like the way this sounds, then we'll repeat that for all the switches. And it is a long process. It took me about 6 hours to lube up this board. So now we'll do a little sound test of how the Halo Clear switches sound fully lubed. And if you like the content on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And feel free to comment on any questions that you have, or any other tutorial videos you might want to see.